Hello and welcome to the League Report. I'm Luke, but you already know that, I think. I hope so. I hope you already know that already. Anyways, today's episode is going to consist of a few stories there. There's not a lot, but the ones that we do have actually are pretty interesting. So let's take a look at the news. Is Benji Marshall off to the Broncos? It seems that way, at least according to Channel 7. Channel 7 are reporting that Benji Marshall's off to the Broncos on a one-year deal worth to be around $100,000 a year. It's believed he'll sign on not as a half, but actually as a fullback or a centre. In my opinion, this would actually be a pretty decent signing for the Broncos, not so much for Benji. I mean, he's going there to play second, maybe even third fiddle if you add in Nicarima, but yeah, I can't see him working out as centre, and I can't see him working out at fullback either. It just shows you how far Benji's fallen since rejecting that offer from the Dragons. Actually, it's kind of funny, but kind of sad at the same time. I don't know how to feel about this one. Last week I talked about Tony Williams and him signing with the Sharks, and I thought it was mind-boggling that the Sharks actually go after him. This one might be even more mind-boggling. Dave Taylor to the Raiders. It might be happening. After being released by the Catalans Dragons in the Super League, Dave Taylor's been thrown a lifeline by the Canberra Raiders. He will train with the Raiders, and if he impresses, expect to see him sign a deal. In all seriousness though, I think this is probably the best move for Dave Taylor if you're a club trying to sign him. Make him earn it, because as we've seen, he doesn't really put in that often. Like, let's be honest, Titans, at the Broncos, Rabbitohs, like, he's had times where he's looked like a star, but most of it he's just looked like he's just plodding along, kind of like Tony Williams. It's taken a little while, but Greg Eastwood has re-signed with the Bulldogs for 2 years. Apart from a one-year stint in Leeds in 2010, Beastie has been with the club since 2009, and I'm very happy to have him here for another few years. The Dogs have also announced the signings of Zach Wolford and Bronco Lee from the Raiders, as well as 4 other players from various under-20s and reserve grade teams. Zach Wolford is the son of former NRL player Simon Wolford and has been a star hooker through the lower grades. Bronco Lee, on the other hand, is the cousin of Edric, and he scored 4 tries in his last NRL game for the Raiders. I think we'll be seeing a lot more of Bronco Lee next year, not so much Zach Wolford. Obviously, we already know about Kieran Foran signing with the New Zealand Warriors, but Tui Lolohea, got to feel sorry for him. He's not going to get that half spot that he desired. This means that if he wants to play in the halves, he'll have to move to another club, and that club is rumoured to be the Dragons. The Dragons have an opening in the halves with Benji leaving, but it was assumed that Drew Hutchison would take over. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to play out. I mean, Lolohea moving to the Dragons does make sense. However, like I said, Hutchison was the obvious candidate to take over from Benji, and he probably still will. Maybe he'll end up being with a fullback, or maybe Lolohea will play at fullback, I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Lolohea and Hutchison halves combination, Widdop at fullback, or even Lolohea at fullback. Just have them do a swap, Dugan in the centres, and there you go, you sort of Dragons. Paul Gallen's just won a premiership with the Sharks, and he's already looking to step in the ring again and have another boxing match. It seems like it will be some sort of footy night, as there's talks that Chris Sandow will also fight on the card. There's been a lot of names thrown up for possible opponents, and the juiciest fight would be Gallen versus Josh Maguire. Also for Chrissy Sandow, former teammate and rival Adam Reynolds is one name that's been thrown up, as well as Jackson Hastings as well. I'll be honest, I think I'm a lot more excited to see Chris Sandow fight than Paul Gallen, but I'm intrigued, I'm interested anyways. Now moving on to the last story of this episode, and it is a bit of a funny one. It doesn't really revolve rugby league too much, but I thought I would include it because Russell Crowe obviously owns the Rabbitohs. He's a big megastar, but he is part of the rugby league community. Now Russell Crowe held a party in which the rapper Azealia Banks apparently caused a bit of a scene, resulting in Rusty throwing her out. I think she's thrown a few accusations out, like saying that he said some racist stuff, but everyone else at the party, including Jim Jeffries, has kind of backed up Russell Crowe's claims of what happened. I don't know, was Russell Crowe too harsh? Was this uncalled for?
Guess who up in this bitch? Catch you ducking this clip. Dick who wanted my nigga is nothing. Them boys and drummers, y'all niggas be gunning, but your nigga.
No, that's a shrug. No, definitely not uncalled for. On you, Russell. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the episode. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here as well. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well. It's the same username. It's at Mr. Luke on YT. My Facebook page is in the description below if you prefer to use that. And leave in the comment section below. One thing I'm really interested to see is what are your thoughts on the Dragons? Should they sign Lolohea or not? Or should they just stick with Hutchison? And feel free to leave any other comments as well. I'll definitely reply to all of them. Anyway guys, that is the end of the video. I'll see you next time. Bye!